For some reason, I am unable to put on my video. I don't know why, but uh, good morning or good afternoon, Anupama. This is Pradeep from Sydney, and I know that you are in Singapore. How is the weather and how is the corona situation in Singapore? But you can tell us about that later on. What I'm keen to hear, as well as what I want the audience to hear, is your the fashion tech girl, and I want to hear more about. I love the theme that you put forward. So over to you, Anupama.
Hi, Pradeep. I don't know. I'm also not able to turn on the video. I think the host has stopped it.
Now
So
I'm
yeah,
able
maybe
to
they're
do
going
that.
to.
So maybe just try now.
No, it's still disabled for me. Maybe they can turn it on for me. Yeah.
I let me send a message to Saurav. In the meanwhile, do you want to kick off?
Yes, I can. Okay. So thanks for having me over on this Alumni Fest. It's really exciting. Maybe I'll just share my screen and start off. So today, yes, I am talking about how we are moving from touch and feel to see and hear. Right? Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. And I'll keep this. I'll maybe just give a little bit of background first, and then go into something. But
Yep.
basically, what has happened, and I think we're all very familiar with this, is that now in the retail environment, especially the fashion industry, consumers have always been very used to touch and feel, right? So they would like to go try on products, go to the market, evaluate different options, and so on. But that has really changed because they can't really do that. In many places, it's very very difficult, and a lot of the consumers are very scared as well, right? So what has been happening is, I'll give you a three lens perspective. One is from the consumer side, one is from the retailer side, and the third is my own, which is an industry entrepreneur. So touch and feel is very easy. I think we're all familiar with it. See and hear, I think some of us are adopting to it. People are started shopping online, and the big trend that is coming up is now live streaming sales, right? So a lot of brands are having to look at where the consumers are going, what are their needs, how are their purchase behaviors changing, and what are the solutions that the consumers are looking to. So they're looking at, like, they want to try, buy, return, they want to do virtual trials, they want to try on digital clothing, they want to do virtual window shopping, like, they want to see what is in store, what is trending, but they don't want to go there. Even if they want to go there, some of them are restricted to go there. People are looking at FB lives, they're looking at auctions, they are looking at Instagram lives, and a lot of online auctions are happening. And what does that mean for the retailers, right? So retailers are also having to obviously engage their audience online now. So earlier, a lot of the big box retailers, they would, like, all be entertaining their customers in store, right? But now what is happening is that their consumers have shifted to spending a lot of time online, and they're consuming content online. So all the big brands are actually creating vast following online on Instagram, Facebook, various channels, right? Just to give you some numbers here, I won't go into detail, but they're having to associate, talk about the causes that are important to them, and then kind of, build their consumer community so they will be brand loyal. Because now, lesser and lesser consumers are walking into stores. And although things have started opening up, like in Singapore, a lot of people are actually in the malls now doing shopping. But what I see is they're allowed to remove masks only when they're eating. So F&B is really flourishing. So people are spending more time at dinners and lunches and tea, coffee, rather than going shopping. Shopping, I think, is here to stay for online and Insta and FB Live. Right. So what does this mean for retailers, right? Just besides, kind of increasing their online presence and building these communities. So they have to, kind of indulge in a lot of, or kind of adopt a lot of new technology. So there are lots of, in fashion, there are so many steps in the go to market value chain. right? So I won't go into detail about that because I want to show you something today, right? But Pradeep, like we've been talking, there's a lot of stuff happening with AR, VR, and AI, right? But it's very difficult for a retailer to just jump in if they have not been having digital solutions on their plate, right? So what I will do today is I will share our own platform, and how consumers, how our retailers actually are using, let's say, just two use cases, because we don't have so much time, but there's tons of stuff they can do online, and cloud solutions really have been the saving grace for many retailers. So if they did not have these cloud solutions in place, or they did not adopt them or adapt to this new need very, very quickly, they would actually be losing a lot of market share and sales. And it has happened, right? Sadly. So just quoting like from a couple of our customers, like, what they have found is that with Canvas, they have been able to save a lot of time because, everything is online. Their sell-through rates have increased, and there's a lot of collaboration happening now between their own teams and their vendors online. Okay. So let me just, spend the next 5 minutes to just kind of show you something, a use case online, right? So this is what a typical, like this is our product, but a lot of products online would look like this. You just go in, browser, connect to a browser. And here we have got in Canvas, we've got like something, the concept of workspaces. So I'll show you two use cases. This is about understanding what's happening to the inventory. So as you know, 2020 was quite a sales disaster, right, for a lot of retailers. So they do have a lot of pent up inventory in the system. And as they start selling, how do they actually look at, getting quick insights? So Canvas is famous for doing data and images together. So now we are in the live system, right? And basically you see from here that the user has access to his product information, images, as well as all kinds of data. Okay, so I'll take a quick example of one tool, which is like a 2x2 matrix, where we have actually plotted their rate of sale. So rate of sale is on the x-axis, and the current stock on hand is on the y-axis, right? So here, visually, if a merchandiser can understand within like a minute or two what's really happening to his product line, they will be able to take decisions much faster, right? So here, if you look at it, on the obviously the right hand side is higher sales, the lower side is lower inventory. I think you can't see me, but basically the first two quadrants are higher sales, so better selling products. On the left hand side is lower sales. So as we can see, look at these three top, in the top left hand quadrant, these three skirts, right? They are very seasonal colors, and they are not selling well, but there's a lot of inventory. Similarly, you can see all these strappy dresses, right? There's 4 of them which are not really selling well, and they still are in the top quadrant, which is that they have a lot of inventory. So just by looking at this in 1 minute, a merchandising manager can understand what product ranges are working or not working. On the flip side, like core colors, like blue, red, black, simple dresses, they are selling the most, right? So this gives them a quick idea of how to do markdowns, right? So they would just
So
quickly
if I
go
may
and
just stop
execute.
you for 1 minute,
Yes,
Anupama, is that
yes.
you've been made a co-host. See if you are able to switch the video on.
Okay, 1 second. Can you see
Yes,
me?
yes, you are on.
Okay,
Very good,
great.
you are on.
Okay, so I'll move on to the next use case, right? So this was just a quick example to see how images and how looking at visual analysis in a unique way can actually help the retailers, kind of make their decisions much easier, much faster, and those decisions are also much better, right? So this helps them, kind of survive in this environment. Let's go to another use case, which is for one of our customers in the UK, right? It's a women's fashion brand, Zinc London. So what they're doing is they're personalizing their offering based on consumer preferences and sending, let's say, personalized catalogs for selling. This would help, consumers to kind of see what they like, and for the retailer to send very, very like specific range of products in the electronic direct mailers to them in quickly, like in just 1 or 2 minutes, right? So these are the tops that they have chosen, and this is in our workspace. Like, so they just apply certain filter criteria, and they can actually see filter out from the whole range. And then there's another module called the output, so which helps the retailers to very, very quickly kind of, create outputs. Let me just show you one more thing. Here they can also, consumers would like to receive in some cohesive manner the range that is being presented by the retailer. So here we are going to sort by the product type. So you will see, like, basically some prints, some stripes, right, that will get segregated and grouped together. So when the consumer actually receives this catalog, they are going to see, like, similar kind of products, so that it's easier for them to kind of, make a choice what they want to buy, right? So from here, there are very, very different kind of templates which are available. The merchandiser can just choose what they want, right? And then they can kind of, in a click of a button, they can actually create catalogs. If they wanted to do online flip books, that's also possible. So I'm just skipping a couple of steps and showing you that this is what the end consumer would receive, or a franchisee retailer who wanted to buy into this range would receive. So, within minutes, they can actually personalize. So they have more, what to say, chances of making the sale and make it easier for their own internal and external customers. And just to wrap up, I would say that if anybody's interested in fashion and technology, go look at this latest report from McKinsey, the State of Fashion in 2021, just released this month. And one of the things that they state is that companies who have adopted and adapted to this fast, moving technology and deployed these solutions in their business have been able to grow, right? So I think it is really, it's not a question of whether you should or you shouldn't. If you are in an industry which has been affected, you have to be fast, right? You have to be nimble, find solutions based on what is the problem that you're solving for. Look at who is doing it well, because there are people who are ahead in the curve, and what are the tools that they are using, what is available, right? And make it somebody's KPI to deploy that technology, right? Ideally subscription products, because then you don't have to make an investment upfront, and you can see whether the solution is really working for you, something which can be done very, very quickly. And I think you will see that you will be able to make business benefits very, very quickly and service your clientele better, right? So that's what I just wanted to show today, that it is the time really to embrace technology. If your team is holding back, like, just kind of, explain this to them and go for it. Thank you. Pradeep? Okay, so I think, I don't know, Pradeep, you're on mute. I think that's what I wanted to share. I'm here for any questions, or you can also connect with me on LinkedIn, right? It's just my name, Anupama Singal. And I look forward to interacting with whoever's looking to deploy technology, or if you have questions about fashion technology. There's so much to share, but so little time. So I thought, like, let me just share these two little things. I hope it's been of benefit. Bye.